So just come to lying on your backs. Take your feet out like as wide as your mat. Knock your knees together. Bring one hand onto your belly, one hand onto your chest. Let your shoulders just kind of drop down, your elbows drop down. Close your eyes if they're not closed already, and take a big breath in. And take a full breath out. And we'll just start by slowing down, kind of like bringing ourselves onto our mats, wherever you are, whatever you've been doing today already. Take another breath in. And take a full breath out. Let's do one more, then make it a little bit bigger. So take a full breath in, and breathe 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 in, breathe in, until you're completely full, and then slowly exhale. Really controlled all the way out. And then a normal breath in. Then a gentle breath out. You can keep your eyes closed if that feels kind of relaxing. Draw your right knee into your chest and just start by circling the leg round a couple of times. So you might just bring your right hand onto your right kneecap and kind of find a little bit of space. Maybe it's more of a side to side, and you can go in both directions. Okay, and then draw your knee back into your chest, but take your left hand and hold on top of your right knee. Bring your right hand behind your head, kind of tucking your chin towards your chest. Take a breath in. On your exhale, press into your left foot, drive up your hips into a bridge, and then inhale, come back down. Exhale to drive up. Inhale to come back down. Exhale to drive up. Inhale to come back down. Good, 2 more. Exhale, drive up. Inhale, back down. Exhale, drive up. Hold it for 3. Really press through the left heel. 2, feel that left glute squeeze. 1, roll all the way. Back down. Right knee stays where it is, but left leg is going to come out long, and we'll take a twist towards the left-hand side. So your right leg twists all the way over towards the left-hand side, and then just extend your right arm out like a T beside you. Imagine that you're trying to ground that right shoulder. So if anything, I'd rather that your shoulders were grounded and your chest was pointing to the sky, as opposed to really, really gluing that left knee down, but kind of hanging out into this right arm. Take a full breath in. 1 more exhale. Okay, and then come all the way back to center. Right foot plants down, and then your left knee is going to come into your chest. And again, we'll do some circles. So maybe left hand just on that left kneecap kind of will give you a bit more room to play with. Go in both directions. Maybe add like a side to side. Really, we're just kind of warming up this joint and kind of warming up the synovial fluid, kind of like just easing everything off. I'll stop rambling. Okay, opposite hand to opposite knee. So right hand holds onto left knee, left hand comes behind your head, drawing chin to chest. Take a breath in. As you exhale, drive into that right foot, lift up the hips. Inhale to roll back down. Exhale, drive up. Inhale to roll back down. Exhale, drive up. Inhale, roll back down. 2 more. Exhale, drive up. Inhale, roll back down. Exhale, drive up. Hold. Really glue that right heel down into the mat. Hold for 3. Really press down for 2. And then on 1, roll all the way down. Right leg extends and left leg is going to cross over towards the right this time. Glue the left shoulder down, think about spinning from the torso, so chest is down, left arm extends out to the side, maybe an L, or maybe just nice and long, depending on how much space you've got. And we'll take a few breaths. Try and soften your shoulders, your neck, big breath in. Full breath out. Full breath in. And full breath out. Okay, and then just roll all the way back to center. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Now we're going to come all the way up to standing. If that feels like a million miles away, then you're just going to use your hands to help you. If you feel like you're ready and you want to challenge yourself, maybe take a couple of rock and rolls, Plant the feet, reach your arms forward, and come all the way up to standing. Totally don't worry if that didn't happen. You can just use your hands, okay? So feet are gonna go as wide as your mat. Find some buoyancy, a bit of softness in those knees, and then come into a ragdoll. So often in ragdoll we kind of have straight legs and then we end up looking like this. I would rather you had a nice big bend in your knees, gonna let your chest and your belly drop down in between your legs and then go for a little sway from side to side. Nice and heavy through the arms, through the crown of the head. Have a little bit of a definite press into the feet. So we're not completely passive, we're definitely pressing down. And as you press down, you'll notice that your hamstrings, the backs of your legs probably tick on a little bit. Okay, drop your hands down and just toe heel your feet in one step. So they're a little bit wider than hip distance still, but they're closer than they just were. And then come back into that ragdoll. So maybe the chest actually finds the thighs this time. Maybe it's nowhere near, and that's okay too. Think about lifting the hip creases, sending your chest down towards the ground and have that little sway, that little ease in. Maybe you play with shifting the weight from the outside edge of the foot to the inside edge of the foot, vice versa. You kind of exploring the different ranges of movement here and kind of noticing where you feel it in the backs of your legs. Okay, drop your hands, toe heel your feet one more time. Now they are about hip distance, and come back into that ragdoll. Nice and slow with your breathing. Maybe this time you play with shifting your weight from heel to toes. Like, where does it feel different? Does it feel different? Okay, drop your hands, take a big breath in. And then on your exhale, press into your feet, begin to rise. And take an inhale, circle your arms all the way up to the sky. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your chest. Okay, if you're not at the top of your mat, just make your way there. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. So we did talk about this last week. If you find that your back is really rounded, bring your hands a bit higher on your legs. Send your hips back, your heart forward, big breath in. Press your feet down, exhale, plant your hands. And we're gonna step straight into a downward facing dog. So we're not really flowing very much today in and out of like vinyasas. The flows are gonna just come more from the moments around that. So first downward dog, I know we just stretched out the hamstrings a bit, but feel free to kind of wiggle into the shape a little bit. Press your hands down and forward. Maybe you let your chest drop just for a second, kind of stretch into the shoulders, but then glue everything back up as if you were trying to lift your armpits away from the ground. Okay, press your left foot down, and as you inhale, raise your right leg to the sky. Now, don't worry, it's early in the class. If that leg feels really, really close to the floor, don't worry, take a big breath in. Exhale, draw your knee into your chest. Again, we did this last week. Don't worry if you didn't do it last week, but you're drawing your knee in and your hips aren't moving. So we're not coming forward just yet. We're squeezing the thigh towards the belly, pressing into the hands, arms stay nice and strong. And then roll onto the left tiptoe, and as you do, begin to come forward. Right knee taps right armpit, and then plant the right foot down. Maybe you need to give it a little shuffle, and that's okay. Drop down your left knee. As you inhale, take your arms to the sky, low lunge. Pull your feet together underneath you. Extend through the sides of the waist. Reach through the fingers. Press out of the ground. Big, big breath in. Exhale, plant the hands down. So this might be the first place that you decide you want blocks. Totally fine. So if you want to grab hold of blocks and bring them under your hands, then do. If you don't want to, that's fine. Inhale, right leg is going to go straight-ish. So pull your hips back, keep your chest forward. As you exhale, find a fold. Again, hands can be on blocks. Inhale, bend your right knee, raise your left knee, arms come all the way up to the sky, high lunge. And then just settle in on your exhale. So sink your hips, pull the feet together, so left foot forward, right foot back. Extend through the waist, take a big breath in. As you exhale, hands come down. Again, maybe they're on blocks here if you want the extra height. As you inhale, right leg goes straight-ish. And as you exhale, take a fold. Pull the feet together even here. Inhale, bend back into your right knee. Plant your hands and go straight into a three-legged dog. So press the hands down and forward. forward, round the upper back. Right leg goes all the way back to the sky. Same. We're just going to move a little bit faster. Take a breath in. Exhale, knee to chest, but nothing else moves. Inhale, rise onto the left tiptoe and set the right foot down between the hands. Drop down your left knee. Inhale, arms to the sky, low lunge. Pull your feet together underneath you. As you exhale, hands to the ground and right leg goes straight-ish. Straight into your fold this time. As you inhale, bend your right knee, arms come all the way up to the sky, high lunge. And then as you exhale, hands come back down to the ground. Right leg goes straight-ish, take a breath in, and exhale, find a fold. Inhale, right knee bends, plant your hands round your upper back, and step your right foot back. When it plants down, left leg lifts, three-legged dog, inhale. Again, don't worry about how high the leg is lifting. And then draw your knee into your chest. So this first round's a bit slower. You're pressing into your hands. Feel that squeeze of your thigh towards your belly. Keep the hips nice and high. Then roll onto the right tiptoe. And as you do, round the upper back, squeeze the left thigh high. And then set the foot down. Give it a wiggle if it needs it. And drop down your right knee. Inhale, arms to the sky. Pull your feet together underneath you. Extend through the sides of the waist. Push out of the ground. And use that push to extend a little bit more. Exhale, hands to the ground or to your blocks. Inhale, left leg goes straight-ish. Exhale, fold. Think bum back, heart forward. Inhale, left knee bends. Tuck your back toe under, raise your right knee and take your arms all the way up to the sky in a high lunge. And then exhale, settle in. So first one, we're here a bit longer. Pull your left foot back, your right foot forward. Extend through the sides of the waist. Take a big breath in. And then a big breath out, plant the hands. Inhale, left leg straight-ish. Exhale, find fold. Pull the feet together. And then bend the left knee, plant the hands, round the upper back, pick up the left foot. Three-legged dog, left leg straight to the sky. A little bit faster, exhale, knee to chest. Squeeze the thigh towards your belly, then rise onto right tiptoe. Knee taps left armpit and set the left foot down. Drop down the right knee, inhale, arms to the sky, low lunge. Pull your feet together. As you exhale, hands to the ground as left leg goes straight, half split. Left knee bends, inhale, arms to the sky, high lunge. Exhale, hands to the ground as left leg goes straight, pyramid pose. Inhale, left knee bends, plant the hands and step back. Downward dog, just like we did before. As the left foot plants, the right leg lifts. Take a full breath in. As we did before, exhale, knee to chest. Nothing else moves. Just press into the hands, squeeze the right thigh high, then lift onto the left tiptoe. Right knee taps right armpit, round the upper spine, and set the right foot down. Drop down the left knee, inhale, arms to the sky, low lunge. As we did, exhale, as your hands land, your right leg goes straight-ish, half split. Inhale, bend the right knee. This time, hands come down just in front of that right foot. Now this might be, again, where you want a little bit more height. Tuck your back toe under, raise your left knee, but then pick your back foot up off of the ground, warrior three variation. So you're pulling your outer right hip back, you're extending your left toes back behind you. Really push the foot down and send your chest forward. Take a full breath in. On your next exhale, push the foot down more. Can you maybe lift the hands? Don't worry if that's not happening. Maybe fingers reach back behind you. Take another breath in. Exhale, left knee comes into your chest, dog pose. Inhale, arms to the sky. Push out of that standing foot to help you reach through the fingers more. And then exhale, we're going to dive back down, standing split. So hands to the floor or to the blocks. Push the hands down and forward. And then send your chest towards your right thighs if you were in a forward fold. The only difference is that left leg is lifting. Now pull the right leg bone up into its socket. Squeeze the inner thighs, press through the left toes, take another breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, half lift. So push into the hands, chest forward, let the back leg drop a little bit. We're back into the warrior three variation. Exhale, left toes land behind you. Now push out of the front foot and come all the way up to standing, both legs are straight. Good, okay. We're gonna come into, now this is something I learned from Patrick Beach and Colin Hobbs. It is almost like a wobbly split. So what you're going to do is you're going to begin to slide your front foot as far forward as you feel comfortable. You might get to a place where you're like, no, and you don't want to go any further, and that is fine. When you get to the place where you feel good, you're definitely working hard, but you're not going to fall over. Pull your feet together, use your arms to help you balance, and we're going to hold for 10. If you feel like you want to challenge yourself, maybe you lift up your right toes. The block is in the way, but I promise they're lifting. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then on 1, bend your right knee, and you're in this really long lunge. Drop the left knee down, the back knee down. Okay, so this is your opportunity to practice your full splits if you would like. If you would like to do what we did last week, where you're stacking the blocks and you're bringing your front hip on top of the blocks, maybe as you straighten that front leg, so you're in like a more relaxed split position without like hanging out in the middle of there, kind of trying to make it feel okay. If that's not happening and you are in more of like a long half split position, that's totally fine. If full splits isn't your practice, awesome too. Let's go for about 10 seconds. So just make your way to where you would like to be. And we'll hold it for 10. So I'm just going to talk to you whilst we're doing this. So wherever you are, whatever this looks like for you, you're going to think about pulling the outer right hip back, pulling the left leg bone back into its socket. Press down out of the floor, reach through the crown of the head. Go for 5, 4. Maybe point or flex your toes, but your feet are on. 3, 2, on 1. Bend your front knee. Just going to take my socks off. And then plant your back foot and step back. As your right foot plants, just like we have been doing, your left leg lifts. As you exhale, draw your left knee into your chest, nothing else moves. Come high on your right tiptoe as you come forward, left knee taps left armpit, round the upper back, then set the left foot down. Drop down your back knee, untuck your toes, inhale arms to the sky, low lunge. As you exhale, no hands, half split. So hands find the ground when you get there, left leg goes straightish, drop your hands and fold. Inhale, left knee bends. Again, warrior 3 variation. If you want blocks, grab them. Tuck your back toe under, raise your back knee, and then raise your right foot as you send your chest forward. Outer left hip pulls back. Pull that right leg bone back into its socket. Push down into your left foot, and really think about that lengthening of the chest forward like a halfway lift. Take a breath in. Exhale, stay, or hands reach back behind you, warrior 3. Take a breath in. Exhale, right knee pulls into the chest. Inhale, arms to the sky. Push out of the floor, reach through the fingers. Exhale, standing split. Hands come back to the blocks or the floor. Hands press down and forward as you send your chest towards your left thigh. Pull that right leg bone back into its socket. Squeeze your inner thighs. Push out of that left foot. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, half lift. Chest forward, toes back. Exhale, right foot finds the back of the mat, and as the foot finds the ground, left leg pushes straight to bring you all the way up to standing. Okay, let's find that wobbly split. So bring the left foot as far forward. If you've got a grippy mat, you're going to need a bit more of a wiggle. As far forward as you can get it before you feel like you're about to fall. So you're challenging yourself, stabilizing everything, really, really working our stabilizing muscles here. You're going to pull your feet together, work your balance. Maybe arms come out to the sides. Maybe, if you want to challenge yourself, you come up onto that left heel rather than having the foot flat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Bend the left knee and find a really long lunge. Your options are, you're staying here. Long lunge is good. You're grabbing your blocks, bring them under that left hip. You're finding a halfway split, or you're finding your full split. You need to really move that bolster out the way behind. Okay, make your way there. When you're there, pull your legs together, press out of the floor, and we will hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, really push out of the ground, work hard. 5, 4, 2, 1. Bend the left knee, plant the left foot, pop the blocks out of the way if you've got hold of them. Plant your hands, tuck your back toe under, raise your right knee and step into a downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and a really big breath out. Go again, big breath in. And just a long breath out. And then when you're ready, lift up onto tiptoes and just walk your feet forward to your hands. Find a big bend in your knees, use your hands to help you come down onto your bottom. When you're there, feet hip distance, reach your arms forward, take a breath in. And as you exhale slow motion, begin to roll yourself down. Imagine someone's got hold of your hands and they're just slowly letting you down to the floor. Walk your feet in a little bit. So we did those single leg glute bridges to begin. We're going to end with a couple of double leg. I want to make sure that after all that stretching, we end with a little bit of strength. So your fingers reach towards your heels or your shoulders back like you're trying to lift your chest to the sky. But then at the same time, we're going to try and get rid of this gap by tucking the tailbone. So chest is up, you'll feel your core turn on, chest is up, tailbone, lower back is pressing down. Take a breath in, really roll the shoulders back, exhale, press into the feet. Inhale, roll back down. Exhale, up, press into the feet. Inhale, roll back down. Keep a gap between the chin and the chest, exhale, press into the feet. Inhale, roll back down. 2 more. Exhale, press. Inhale, roll back down. 1 more. Exhale, press and lift. Hold for 5. Draw your heels to your shoulders to your heels. 3, 2, and then lower slowly. We'll lower for 5. Keep pressing the feet down. Work really hard. 3, 2, 1. Good. Toggle your feet together. Let your knees knock out to the side. Bring one hand onto your belly and one hand onto your heart. Soften your shoulders, soften your neck, your jaw. Take a full breath in and a slow breath out. Full breath in. A slow breath out. Full breath in. Long breath out. Blink open your eyes. Roll yourself over onto your side. Press yourself all the way up to seated. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me today for today's practice. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you really got something out of it. As always, it will be saved to IGTV and I will upload it to YouTube today. Our next class will be on Monday. I will see you very soon.